Hello, hello, it's Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. Happy December! Today is December 1st, and I am going to start my 12 Days of Christmas video series. So every day I will be coming on for the next 12 days at 12:30 p.m. Central Time to show you a project. Now, earlier, a few weeks ago, I posted a special 12 Days of Christmas gift box, and I just got those in the mail yesterday. So everyone who's getting those gift boxes will have a new gift to unwrap each day. So in my 12 Days of Christmas video series, I will be featuring some of the products included in the box to give those people some extra ideas. But since I don't think anyone has gotten their box yet, I'm not going to say today what the special gift item is. I'm just going to use it. So it'll be a sneak peek or a little hint if you haven't gotten your box yet. And hopefully you'll enjoy this project idea, whether you got the 12 Days of Christmas gift box or not. I hope you'll enjoy this series of videos for the next 12 days. So join me every day, 12:30 p.m. Central Time. That is my tiny little window in the middle of the day when my house is quiet. All of my kids are in band. And so they're all doing virtual school, so they have band at different times. And this is the 1.5 hour window between the end of all their lunches and the last band of the day. So hopefully we'll get it all in before Elise comes up to toot on her saxophone. Say hi, let me know if you are tuning in, whether you're watching live or watching the replay. Give me a thumbs up or a heart and let me know if you can hear and see me okay. So this is going to be a shorter video than my usual weekly Thursday night lives. I'm just going to share one project. Actually, today you're going to get two. It's the same layout. So I'm going to start with a couple quick reminders. So the first reminder is more of a check this out. I posted this last week. This is my November Stamp of the Month Club kit. And so if you're interested in participating, you need to sign up as soon as possible because I want to get a 2-day order in tomorrow and have them ready to go by the end of the week. So these are the cards. The way the Stamp of the Month Club works is I do a different stamp set each month. If you already have this one, you can substitute and choose a different one. And then you get a card kit with materials to make 2 each of 3 different designs. So these are the cards. Some variations on some of my favorite Snowflake Wishes cards that I have made this season using the Snowflake Splendor Designer paper and this awesome color combination, Pacific Point, Highland Heather, and Balmy Blue. So you'll get a card kit to make 2 each of these 3 cards. I'll include the link in the video description when I'm all done. So if you haven't seen that and you want to sign up, it's not too late, and I'll be sending the first round of those out by the end of this week. So in just a few days, because I know even though this stamp set is really great for all winter long. It's got thanks so much. Our friendship is one of a kind. There is a Christmas sentiment in here, and I recognize that many of you will send Christmas cards, but these cards really are for all winter. They're not just for Christmas. So there's plenty of time to use this beautiful stamp set and make some cards. So today's inspiration is coming from another card that I created using this stamp set. Last month, my upline had a team meeting for us virtually, and we did mystery stamping. And so she told us all the pieces to cut, and this was the card that I created. So I didn't know what it was going to look like when I cut all the pieces, but I think it turned out really cute, and everyone's was a little bit different with the spacing, but I really love this layout, and so I thought I would give it a try today. So we're going to use this layout, and I'm going to make 2 cards using some new stuff from the mini catalog and a Sale-a-Bration brochure. Now, if you're a demonstrator, you can pre-order starting today from the January through June mini catalog, and you can pre-earn from the Sale-a-Bration brochure. If you're not a demonstrator yet, you should really think about it so that you can put some of these things under your Christmas tree. In addition to being able to pre-order from these catalogs, we can also pre-order the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Yes! I already put my order in, and it's coming in 2 days on Thursday. I paid extra for fast shipping. So if you've been waiting for that little mini and you want it under your Christmas tree, you can sign up as a demonstrator and get it in your starter kit. That's kind of exciting. So So if you want more information, let me know. I will include a link in the description when I'm all done. But today I'm going to use some products from these catalogs to create 2 cards using this awesome layout. So that's my intro. Let's jump right to it. One of the first things that I was able to order from the mini catalog before on stage was the Dragonfly Garden. I know a lot of you have been seeing the sneak peeks for this punch bundle and you're really excited about ordering it. So I thought I would share an idea with that. These are in the mini catalog. So if you're a demonstrator, you can order starting today. Customers will be able to order starting in January. Dandy Garden is the designer paper that matches. This is a 6x6 designer paper. So there are 12 different patterns and they all are double-sided. So we've got some really great, I always call them B-side patterns. But I love the B-side sometimes because they're not so busy and they're just really great colors. So I'm actually going to use this pattern right here. This is Misty Moonlight, and that's one of the in colors. I love, love, love the 2020 to 2022 in colors. So I'm going to be using Misty Moonlight, and then a lighter version of that is the senior in color Seaside Spray. So here are the measurements. Oh, I'm going to take them from this card first, so the colors are not quite the same. But you are going to need 3 1-inch by 4-inch pieces of designer paper, and then one 1 by 4-inch piece of a lighter color or white. I'm using Seaside Spray on this card. And then the card base is the regular 5.5 by 8.5. Okay. Oh, I forgot I'm going to need some white cardstock. Oops. Let me grab a scrap from below. We're going to start with stamping that dragonfly. And I'm going to stamp the outline in Misty Moonlight. And then we're going to stamp the wings in Seaside Spray. Now there is a stamp here for the wings, and it obviously goes with one side, but it works for the other side as well. Stampin' Up! Said they didn't have enough room to put both sides. Oh, that's super light. Both sides in the stamp set, but when you punch it out, it's really not very noticeable. I'm going to stamp that again just so I get a little bit more color on there. So just a really monochromatic look here, tone on tone. I'm going to put that punch in there, punch it out. Oh my gosh, I love punch bundles because they're so easy. And oh, I might need to use that one for something. They're so easy to create quick cards with. The Stampin' Cut and emboss machine and the dies are great, but sometimes I just love the quickness of a punch. All right, so I'm going to do all these designer paper strips over on the left side of the card using my Stampin' Seal. And I'm going to go all the way to, they're all sticking to me. I'm going to go all the way to the top here so that I have kind of a 1/4-inch border on the side and on the bottom. And space them out with about a 1/4 inch in between. And then this strip is going to go across, and this is going to be for the sentiment. Before I stamp, I'm going to use my favorite tailored tag punch to punch a banner tip on one end. And then I'm going to use Misty Moonlight to add the sentiment. I chose "Thank You for Your Kindness" from this stamp set. Oh, that's lovely. Now, sometimes I think it's easy to want to go all out and get crazy, but I really like a clean and simple card. So this is definitely a clean and simple card. I do feel like it needs something for the dragonfly. So I'm gonna, I think, do a little, yes, I'm loving that. Let's use some Stampin' Dimensionals. I had a sheet, there they are. We're gonna do Stampin' Dimensionals on the dragonfly and then Stampin' Dimensionals on the circle. This stamp set is so fun, and I shared some other projects in a video with the Dragonfly Garden. So if you haven't seen that, I guess I'll add that link to the description as well. So you guys will definitely need to check out the video description. I'll add all the links to all the things that you want to check out and make sure that you don't miss, because there are some good good things to look at. Okay, this is the 2, I didn't tell you, it's the 2 1/4 inch circle punch, the largest of the circle punches that we have. Okay, so I got out some ribbon. This is the Misty Moonlight in color ribbon. And I thought I would just do maybe a quick bow. This is looking very monochromatic. Oh my gosh, where are my scissors? My house is a hot mess right now. I've been working on those 12 Days of Christmas boxes, and they took me a lot longer than I thought to get everything wrapped up and all to fit in a box. And so I'm still a crazy mess. I don't know. Is the bow too much? What do you guys think? I always hesitate about bows because they don't go through the postal system very well. Maybe, oh, always. Julie always tears apart her cards. Let's go a little bit higher on that. And then the bow down there? No, I don't know. Yeah, Carol says too much. Bonnie says no bow. I am feeling that way too. So I'm gonna bring it back down where it was, and let's add my other favorite embellishment, rhinestones. Rhinestones are like jello. There's always room for jello. There's always room for rhinestones, right? So let's do, oh yeah, I think that's gonna be just what we need. Just a little bit of bling. I always try to do 3, but sometimes I don't know where to put the 3rd one. Do you feel like that? And these kind of blend in a little bit because they're so subtle. Maybe over here where we can see them a little better. They're sticking to me and not the card. Carol says on the white and navy, you like it better over there? I think. Why is it so hard? I think I like it there. Kind of around the sentiment. 1, 2, 3. Okay, perfect. So that is the first card using Dragonfly Garden. Again, this is a sneak peek. You'll be able to get this in January, or if you're a demonstrator, you can order today. Let's go over to our next card. And for this one, we're pulling one of my favorites from the Sale-a-Bration brochure, the Darling Donkeys stamp set. These donkeys are so cute. I'm pairing this with the Flower and Field designer paper. This is also a Sale-a-Bration gift item. This is a 12 by 12 paper. I've cut it down so that you can see, and I flipped them so that you can see both sides. Really bright, fun colors. We've got Old Olive, Shaded Spruce, Cherry Cobbler, Flirty Flamingo, Granny Apple Green, some Just Jade in there as well, and some Misty Moonlight. So I chose the polka dot pattern, and so I've got my strips. Again, I'm using the same measurements, 3, 1, and 1 by 4 inch pieces of designer paper, and then 1 by 4 inch of a lighter color designer paper. And so this is Mint Macaron, which is sort of a lighter shade of the jade. Let's start with our designer paper strips. Also a beautiful pattern there. I thought it might be too busy with the donkeys, so I chose the polka dots because I thought that they would be a little bit milder of a pattern. So this is going to go again at the top. I've got about 1/4 inch on the side and 1/4 inch from the bottom. 3 strips all the way across. And then this one is going to have a banner tip for our sentiment. And for this one, I chose, hey there, friends. Hey there, friend. All right, so we're going to stamp a circle and we're going to color the donkey with our Stampin' blends. So I'm stamping him in Memento black ink, and then I will punch out again with a 2 1/4 inch circle punch, a really great size if you don't have this punch yet. I use that one probably more than any of my other punches. Okay, so now we're going to do some coloring. Now I know donkeys aren't usually green, but I thought it might be fun to have a different colored donkey. So this donkey is going to be just jade. I'm using my Stampin' blends, and there is a dark and a light color marker. I'm going to do some of the things like his hooves and that muzzle part in the front, and then just some lines around him, which then I can shade in. I look so funny right now, but I'm going to go back with the light marker and color in, and so those lines will turn into shading. I like to start with the dark and then add the light. Some people start with the light and then add the dark. I think starting with the dark, then you can blend it in. If I start with the light and then add the dark for like highlights, then I feel like I have to sometimes go back over it with the lighter marker. I don't know that I like him green. But what do you think? He's like a lucky. He's a lucky donkey. What do you think? Is it too much for Mr. Donkey? Going back with the dark marker now and going back over some of the same spots just to make it a little more distinguishable from the lighter spots. All right, be honest with me, guys. What do you think of the Just Jade donkey? Is it too much? We could stamp him again in gray and color him. I'm not sure I like the Just Jade. I did one in Misty Moonlight, and I liked that. He looked like Eeyore, and that was fine, but I'm not sure about the green. All right. Joyce has a heart face. Carol likes him. And Debbie says fun. Laura, I think you're with you. I think you should be gray. But I think that our gray donkey will still look okay on our Just Jade card. Let's get out our gray markers. These are... yeah, smoky slate. I'm going to do the same thing where I'm going to start with the darker color and do this area around his mouth. What is that called? The area around his mouth? His mouth, I guess. And then I'm going to go back with the lighter color and color in some more. I am no expert on blends. I feel like I'm starting to figure it out, but I'm sure that some of you who are a little more versed in coloring are cringing. Cringing at my color job. But I think that's what I love about the blends, is that if you are not a big fan of coloring and you don't color very well, that it's easy to feel like an artist and to have confidence in your coloring. Let's go back and add a little. Oops, I'm going to do the other end. A morning after look. Oh, yes. He partied a little bit too hard over the weekend with his donkey friends. Although he still looks very celebratory in this pose. Okay, so there's our gray donkey, and he's still very cute. Okay, so we have some options. We could do our rhinestones again, or I did pull out the Just Jade ribbon. I think that the Misty Moonlight is so much closer to a gray that it doesn't look too far off. I'm trying to think, where are my cards to show you that one? Here it is. Here's my other donkey card. So that's the Misty Moonlight, and I think that works because it's close enough to the gray. I have another card too. This one. So I used a different donkey and did him in gray. Okay, so I'm making a bow, and we're going to see what we think about that. Using a different side of the paper would have introduced more color. Sometimes I feel, well, I definitely felt like this as a new stamper, as I would sort of get boxed in and like not know what colors to pull in and to use. So I feel like he could use a pop of something, and if I had used a different piece of designer paper, it would be more natural to bring in that pop of color. Okay, hey there, friend. What do you think about the bow on this one? I'll do just like a single bling. Is that too much? Could splatter him with jade. I wonder how, I don't want to ruin my, he's jumping. If he wasn't jumping, like I feel like I would add like, you know, grass. That looks terrible. I was trying to see if I could do some shading, but he's jumping, so he's not really on the ground. He's in the grass. Okay. Debbie says no bow. You like it just a simple rhinestone? Yeah, Lois says no bow as well. They're harder to mail with the bow as well. I'm just not much of a ribbon person. Well, you can see, like, when I do ribbon, I usually do it flat like this. So maybe we need to have, what if we just have that ribbon instead of a bow? What if we just do like what if we just do a loop of ribbon, like a flat ribbon? Is that better? Is it still too much? Oh, thanks for tuning in, Carol. I think I like that. What do you guys think of the flat ribbon? All right, executive decision. Sponge around the circle with gray. I am not a big sponger, so I'm not gonna sponge on him. But I understand your point that maybe it needs like another layer. And I don't have a bigger circle punch. I'd have to do a die cut circle, to do a layer under him. But I think with the ribbon that it kind of sets it apart enough. So let's do some dimensionals on the circle, and then, we're going to do the bow. I'm going to add some adhesive there. I almost feel like it's too long. Try a little tear and tape. Always a good thing to hold your ribbon down. Tear and tape. Love, 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 love tear and tape. And we'll add our donkey to finish the card. Cuteness! Now we have a trio of donkey cards. All right, let's do a quick recap. Today we were inspired by the Snowflake Wishes card, and we created 2 other cards using this awesome layout. I hope that you'll give this layout a try. Thanks so much for tuning in today, and be sure to come back tomorrow for my continuation of 12 Days of Christmas. I will be live every day from December 1st through the 12th at 12:30 p.m. Central Time. So join me here on Facebook for that, and until next time, happy stamping!